Hey guys, Marsinged here, bringing you a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are going to be jumping into the final stage of the Heroine battle event, stage 9 versus Bulma, considered to be one of the hardest fights in the game, and there are multiple reasons for this. It's not just because you can fight like a version for the final phase that is an incredibly hard-hitting boss. She combines a bunch of mechanics from the other stages as well. So Phase 1, she is Super AGL, and you lose the fight if you fail to collect a certain number of rainbow key spheres within a certain number of turns. So just like the Pan fight, you just have to pick up rainbow orbs, otherwise you lose. Then Phase 2, she becomes Super Int. She lowers your character's key, and you lose the fight if you fail to launch a certain number of super attacks in a turn. So basically like the Ranfan stage. So you just have to keep super attacking. I don't think you can actually kill her, but you just have to super attack a certain number of times within a turn, every turn, until it then moves you on to the third phase, which is against Super Tech. And then this is where the fight starts to get a little bit complicated or interesting for sure. So the attack that you use to defeat her in Phase 3, Phase 3 doesn't have any other gimmicks. She can be sealed, I think she can be stunned, she can be attack lowered. The attack that you use to defeat her, if it does over a certain amount of damage, the Phase 4 Bulma will be much more powerful. So you can see here, Phase 4 is either Super Physical or Super STR. So my understanding is that the STR one is the tougher one. Depending on how much damage you do with the finishing blow in Phase 3, depends which version of the Bulma that you fight. So if you load into the 4th phase and it's the STR one, like I say, that's my understanding that that is the tougher one. So ideally what you want to try and do is finish off Phase 3 with a weaker hitting character, which can be tough to do, right? Because with the team that you want to bring characters that can do additionals, so you can get through Phase 2. But you don't want to be using like Kefla, for example, who by the time you get, you know, all the way through to Phase 3, she's probably dropping like 20+ million attack stats at that point. So you don't want her to be the one that finishes her off, because she's going to do massive damage. So this is going to be very interesting, definitely the hardest one. It has the mission to do it with Peppy Gal's characters, just like all the other ones, as well as a mission to do it with Roshi. I might put them both into one video. It honestly depends how long it actually takes me to beat it for the first time, because again, this is supposedly like one of the hardest fights in the game now. So if it ends up taking me ages to do just the first run with the Peppy Gal's team, maybe I'll do the Roshi one as a separate video, because I've already recorded like 5 videos today. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump in. Let me know how you guys get on down below, but let's get straight into the run. Okay, so got our orb changes for turn 1 and 2, which I think you only get 2 turns for this one. Yeah, 6 charges. So how do I want to do this? I think like this is probably fine. You get 4. Look 4 there. 10, so you need 12. So you need 12 rainbow orbs in total by the looks of it, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, we got 10 there. So just like the Pan fight, I mean, this Phase 1 is literally the Pan fight, right? Because it's only one phase for her, get the orbs and then you've won. You didn't have a limit of 2 turns, of course, but other than that, it's basically the same thing. So pretty straightforward for this one. Okay, we've got Kale and Caulifla on the next turn, so they can stay together as a rotation and just float you off. Do that. So yeah, we've got all of our rainbow orbs. Caulifla, obviously it's not a full Universe 6 Peppy Gal's team. Caulifla has like an 80% dodge chance on this team. I say, as she doesn't dodge the super attack. Fortunately, this first phase doesn't hit very hard, but if that happens in one of the later phases, we will end up dying with an 80% chance to dodge. And of course, her hidden potential is built for full dodge as well. So it's an 80% chance and a separate chance of whatever her hidden potential is. So, and then yeah, Chilai, of course, has the dodge chance and his full dodge as well. Okay, so now Phase 2 is basically the Ranfan fight, so we've got to get a certain number of attacks per turn, otherwise we lose. And you are having your key lowered So fortunately, like, getting the Bulma support is really, really good, because that gives everyone a little bit of extra key. Most people on the team obviously share Battlefield Diva, which is a key link. And then, yeah, she can be attack lowered and I think sealed in this phase as well, so that's helpful. But yeah, you want to be using characters who can get these additional supers, because there's nothing worse than your rotation is 3 characters. From how the bar's filled up so far, it looks like you need to do 4 supers to actually do enough within the turn. So if all of your characters on the turn only do 1 super, then you lose, which is kind of crazy. So, but yeah, Kefla going to get her attacks off here, start getting them stacks in. And then we've got 21 in this slot 3. I think 21 in base can stun, right? So, not that it matters, because annoyingly, as this is basically, like I say, copy-paste for the Ranfan fight, if you give her any status effects or anything during the turn, and you do fill the bar, because obviously if you don't, you lose, you go into the next turn, but it resets the phase, so she won't be attack lowered or like stunned or sealed if you do stun or seal her at the end of the turn. 21 obviously going to be useful, because once she transforms, not only do we have the active skill you can use on the next turn, which will have an action break, but she does heal with each super attack. And it's probably beneficial that she's one of these units that she does quite a lot of attacks, but each one isn't super hard hitting, because when we get to phase 3, the attack that finishes off Bulma determines how strong she's going to be in phase 4. So ideally we want the last hit that like lands, we want ideally to be one that doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. So we'll do that. Lots of AGL orbs here for you. So yeah, we should be able to get a decent amount of attacks on the turn. Caulifla, yep, 80% chance actually coming through, that's what we like to see. But yeah, Caulifla and Kale both get the additional attack with a chance to become a super with each other on the rotation. Is it guaranteed? No, I swear I've only seen the turn. I've seen a turn where Kale only does 1. But anyway, Caulifla just getting the additional from the hidden potential as well. So we've already done 3 super attacks in the turn. And then we should be all good here. Don't want any of these guys early on eating a super, but yeah, see, she got an additional normal, so Kale definitely doesn't get a guaranteed additional super if there's a Caulifla on the rotation. But and 21 in base doesn't heal with her super attacks, but damage isn't really important because you can't really kill them, like same with Ranfan, right? You can't kill them in this phase, you just have to make sure you keep doing the super attacks. And then you're all good. You get the action break of 21 as well, which means no attack in slot 3. And then Kefla going to transform into Super Saiyan 2. The Super's in slot 1. That's annoying. I guess we'll do this. This. And then this. Alright, Chilo with the dodge. Then she's going to get the seal. Not that it matters too much. I think this is the final turn of needing to get the supers. She gets the stun as well, which is good. Because that's the thing, even like she doesn't get any defense on super or anything, so she very much is like the epitome of a dodge or die character. Because even after supering, like she doesn't get an increase in her defense or anything. So just because she dodges that super in slot 1 doesn't mean that she's then not going to potentially still take a huge amount of damage. Kefla getting the build up here, so we've got to be careful because really we don't want Kefla being the one to finish off the Bulma in phase 3 because she just does way too much damage. So we've got to be very careful. I mean, it's hard to control how it's going to play out, right? Because depending on like additionals and all that kind of stuff. Like this is the kind of attack we would want to be the final attack. Like a 5.8 million from Bulma. But it means that the final phase is going to have quite low HP at that point in order for something like this to actually get the kill. Like someone like Chilai is never going to finish her off, even with the type advantage because she basically doesn't do any damage. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and transform straight away with you. Orbs on this turn really bad. Do that. Do that. But yeah, at least 21's now going to be healing with all of her attacks. So... And yeah, Caulifla and Kale don't hit super hard yet at this point. So these are the kind... Again, these are the kind of attacks that we would want, right? Get her down to like the last bar of HP. And then have Caulifla do like 3 supers. And like this be the one that kills her. Because it only did like 3 million damage. Another non-dodge from Kefla, considering 80% chance. Damn, she takes 87k with guard. That's crazy. Fortunately, 21 now is going to attack and get the heals. Type disadvantage means she's obviously not going to do much damage unless she crits, but... Oh great, yeah, she just did a bunch of additional normals, nice. No super on this turn though, so that's good. Get another heal. Six orbs for you. And then grab the AGL orbs for you. I mean, I guess the other thing is we need to be careful. I got to be careful about the same type orbs, because as much as I want to heal, we don't want to get the Dokkan attack, because killing her with the Dokkan attack is obviously going to do loads of damage. Unless we give the Dokkan attack to like a weaker character, I guess. But then we also run the risk that it doesn't kill. Kefla should do a lot of damage here though, which will hopefully set us up. If she gets like a quad super turn with some crits in here, we actually could be in a position where we could finish her off on the next turn. But it's up to 22. Get a crit? Yeah, that's big damage. Okay, so 21. Problem is, if she crits, we don't want 21 to kill here, I guess, because I think she only can kill if she gets a crit. And if she gets a crit, it means she's going to do too much damage, I think. Although I don't know, like I say, I don't know what the threshold actually is. But yeah, like if she killed with that attack, 1.5 mil, that'd be great. But that does so little of Bulma's HP bar that she's got to be almost dead for that attack to kill anyway. It softens her up pretty nicely though. I think if we avoid same type orbs on the next turn, then we could probably get the kill with Tech Caulifla here. So we won't use the active skill for Bulma. So we'll do this. Do this. And then, yeah, we won't. Do we get the support? Because the thing is, if we do kill her this turn, the support carries over to the next turn, which ideally we want. But yeah, I think that'll be fine to get the support. But just the 5 orbs. So yeah, only a 6.2 mil. Come on, let's get the 5.8. Do another super and don't crit. 3.2 million. Okay, that's a pretty low amount of damage, right? I've got better things to do. Okay, I think... Okay, this is the physical one, which I think is the weaker one. I don't know 100%. She is super attacking as the second attack of the turn, because of course she is. I mean, see if I action break. Well, actually, see... Because we can get the Dokkan attack here, so I could put Kefla in slot 1, get the Dokkan attack. She could potentially... Well, she's probably not going to kill her, is she? But then if she doesn't dodge the super, do we just die? If I put you in slot 1, you get the seal, but then if you don't dodge the normal attacks, we just die. And of course the Dokkan attack is wasted if we put Sheila in slot 1. But Sheila might stun. What is her stun chance? high chance. It's literally 50-50. So we're either risking the 50% chance to stun, which then means we're all set for the turn, but then we also don't get a good Dokkan attack, or we just risk the 50% chance of Kefla getting the dodge, which I feel like is probably better. Because if we active skill with you as well... Typical that the attack has to be the second attack of the turn and not the first one, but go ahead and do that. And then do this, I guess. Alright, here we go. So, I'm going to get the Dokkan attack with Kefla. She's at a 26 million attack stat here. I don't know how much damage, because I think this is the weaker version of the BULMA. So, if she doesn't get killed here and Kefla doesn't dodge the super, I don't know if we do die to it. If we don't, then 21 is going to heal us a whole bunch with her super attacks, but let's see. Okay, that is some big damage. Like, Kefla could actually just kill her here if she gets enough supers, which would be ideal. And there's the crit. There's another one. Come on, let's go. If she doesn't kill her, it's going to be so close. Well, here we go. Oh, she dodged the super. Let's go. And the normal follow-up. Perfect. Okay, so I think we're all good. Well, I suppose there is still the possibility if we don't kill her here and then Chilai doesn't stun, even though she seals, if she doesn't dodge the normal attacks, that could be it. But it all depends what 21's going to do here. She is getting the additional supers. I don't know what the Friends build is, but she's not getting any crits. So close. There we go. So he takes her out with a normal. Oof. So there you go. So if you can manage the damage in the third phase and get the only do... Well, we did what? Was it like 3 million? Something like that? 3.1? That was enough to not get the super powerful BULMA. I don't know what damage you actually have to do in order to get the really powerful one. But... yeah, there we go. That was BULMA beaten with the Peppy Gals team in order to get the mission done for Peppy Gals, which not only obviously completes that mission, but we do also have the mission for beating all the stages, which gives you the wallpaper. And so now all we have to do is beat the stage with Roshi on the team, which, just like I've done with some of the other ones previously, is probably easier to just do with a stronger team that isn't using Peppy Gals units and just have Roshi on the team, right? Like the Reps of Universe 7 team or something like that. But then, of course, the problem with doing that is that you're bringing a team that has really powerful units. It's going to be a lot more difficult to not finish off the tech phase with an attack that does loads of damage. But then I suppose with a team that's that strong, they could probably stand up to the stronger version of BULMA without it being too much of an issue, right? Because at that point you're going to be popping like tech UI's active skill and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have to see how we get on with that one. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.